Which AI video model is actually the best? I'm going to find that out. Welcome to Astro Motion, and this video is one of a full benchmark series across every generative video model out there. No hype, no jargon, just results that you can use to advance your career or make your business thrive. The concept is pretty simple. I have chosen a number of stress tests that I'm going to run against the most popular models out there. For every single stress concept, I have generated 3 videos per model. Then I have chosen the one that performs the best and analyze it carefully. To, in the end, put it on a rank that is that gives you very easy information for you to understand which one gives you the most quality or the best value for your dollars. So let's start with it. Great. So let's take a look at the first concept that I'm going to test. And this one is a full orbital camera arc where there's water refraction on a moving surface. There's clothing and hair under escalating movement. This is a high production value test in an atmospheric sphere where there's continuous camera movement, no cuts, just one complete flow of action. So let's start taking a look at the first one, and I'm going to start unveiling the ones that I've chosen, and then we're going to see which ones do you like the best, and if you agree with my rating. Let's take a look at the first one. Not bad at all. I think that the music probably was not very synced with what the director was doing, but this is good. This looks good. I think that this is Omni, of course. This is one of the top tier models. So yeah, this is very solid. Let's take a look at the next one. Yeah, this is an okay video as well. I think that this has to be Grok, and this is a nice surprise. This is something that started surprising me, that Grok Imagine 1.5 is starting to pick up on the arms race for the best video model. So yeah, everything looks good so far. Let's take a look at the next one. Okay, we're starting to see that models are starting to fail, or this is one of the first failures that we have, in which the sound was confused with the music, and this is Grok. Again, it would be somewhat unfair to compare it entirely, but for being a model that was not designed to compete with the best ones, it's not doing bad at all. So yeah, let's go for the next one and see how it does. Okay, we're starting to see the first decay in quality. Very poor performance, I would like to say. And this is Happy Horse. It's incredible how what is considered the flagship model on Alibaba underperforms here. And this is something that we're going to see, that even other models that are fairly older and cheaper do a much better job. You can tell how the music comes late, the SFX are just misplaced. The textures, there are some artifacts happening in the eyes. A very bad result in the end. Let's take a look at the next one. And this one, I'm going to reveal it right away so that you have an idea. This is Happy Horse. This is the same model from Alibaba, just the previous version. Let's see how it does. Well, things given, you can tell that this is an older model from the same company, and he's not that bad compared to the Happy Horse 1.1. So I don't know, it's disappointing, but let's carry on. Let's see the next one. And here I'm gonna start we're gonna start seeing the Kling family, and we're gonna see what these brings up. Well, not good at all. Not at all. You can tell, just in the last frame, a lot of morphing in the face, poor consistency. The shot is not well executed. There is no orbital movement. And yeah, it's expected. This is Kling 2.6. You will be surprised as to why I am trying to test Kling 2.6, but the reality is that you will be surprised. Sometimes these models perform well. Not everything has to do with testing the latest, most expensive, or using the most expensive model for everything. Sometimes you go with simpler models. So let's see what the next one does. Again, we're going to test everything on the Kling family. I'm just going to let you see so that you start preparing your mind for this. So let's take a look at Kling 3.0 Omni. Well, not bad, not that bad, to be honest. It's around there. You started seeing some morphing on the face, but the camera movement is there. The music was not that bad, or the same with the music. Again, this is very experimental, but it's not necessarily bad. And remember that this is not exactly what Kling 3.0 Omni is very good for. I would rather use Kling 3.0 Omni for multi-reference exercises, but I just decided to put it to the test. Let's take a look at the next one, and this is Kling 3.0 Turbo. Let's see what it does. Okay. It is there, not bad. I think that we can make a brief stop here just to take a look at the models that we have revealed. We're almost halfway through. I forgot to mention that all of these is being tested on 720p at 8 seconds. Some of these models can generate more than 8 seconds, but I just want to compare apples to apples. And I'm also putting it at 720 because, yes, I'm not made of money. I'm spending credits, my own credits on this. By the way, I am spending all these credits on Magnific. And if you're interested and you want to use Magnific and get a discount code, simply go to the link in the description. And yeah, let's carry on. 720p, 8 seconds. Let's carry on and look at the next couple of models and continue giving our ratings or our opinions. Let's go with, which in this case is Kling 3.0, the flagship model of Kling. Well, you can tell that this is a pretty solid advancement. Probably I would not try to use this for a upscaling exercise in which I would present this in a very large screen. You can tell there are very minor, tiny artifacts in the character's eyes, but Kling 3.0 so far, along with Gemini, is the best that we have seen. So let's carry on with some models. I decided to also test open source models, and this is what we're going to see. I tested a couple of open source models because it's interesting to see what maybe you can do with your own local compute. You probably need a very powerful machine, but let's see what this brings up. I'm going to just play it, and I'm going to let you guess which model I'm testing here. Wow, this is where things went south. Definitely very poor performance. The only thing that it caught was the orbital movement of the camera, but no character consistency. It just stayed consistent for very little. Limbs changing, things disappearing, coming and back and forth. Well, this is LTX2 Pro. I know that LTX 2.3 is already out there, but it's not yet available on Magnific, so that's what it's going to have to be. As soon as it's available in Magnific, I'm going to be testing it. So not a good performance for the open source models. Let's carry on. Okay, do you want to guess what this is? You are probably thinking that this is one of the flagship models, and you would not be wrong. This is Seedance 2 Fast. Top of the line, very good performance. Everything on spot. I think that this is automatically an S tier. Nothing to say. Probably the last thing that you can tell is that there is a little bit of a consistency problem because the lamp or the chandelier it's behind the character, and then as it moves around, then it morphs and appears here in the last frame. It's sometimes you can think about it as unnoticeable. Maybe you're gonna do some cut there, but so far the best thing that we have seen. So let's keep on doing it. You're probably guessing right. We are testing the Seedance family at this point. So let's take a look at the next one, and you try to guess which one I'm using. Well, another exceptional job. Very, very little issues with the consistency here. And this is the 2 mini. And in my experience out of the Seedance 2, this is the one that doesn't do very much honor, or doesn't honor the performance on the Seedance family. It feels a little bit like an Omni model somehow. So let's take a look at the next one. And yeah, you probably guess what's coming here. This is the Seedance 2, the flagship, what everybody is crazy about. We're waiting for the 2.5 to be fully available elsewhere, but let's take a look at it. Well, what can I say? This is the best generation so far. The movement a little bit at some point felt a little bit uncanny, I would say, but nothing that you would complain about. This is very good, a very good generation. So we're almost at the end of it. And we're going to take a look at an old model from Google that, in my opinion, still works for some things. And this is Google Veo 3.1. So let's take a look at it. Well, this is one of those scenarios in which it did not perform, and everything was very wrong about it. The water physics just completely failed. I'm not gonna go any more onto it. Let's take a look at the next one, and this next one is something that I wanted to share that is more on the line of a blooper. I sometimes include these ones because these ones are just funny generations that I find interesting. Let's take a look at it. Awesome. So typical fail in which it associates sound with voice, and it simply misses the mark. And then another blooper that I found on models that are supposed to be top of the line, but this is a Happy Horse blooper. Let's take a look at it. Complete mismatch between the movement and the music, the objects disappearing from the screen. Not a very good job. So that's it. Now let's take a look at the actual ratings and how every model fell in one of the tiers. We're gonna make that analysis just right away. Okay, so here we are, and as you expected, Kling Turbo, Seedance are top tier. These are S models that perform very, very well. And the surprise in this case was Grok Imagine 1.5, because yes, it's the new kid on the block, and I was surprised to see how good the generation was. And of course there are, the runner-ups. Grok did not do a very bad job, to be honest. It's still there, and definitely you get to see the other models that underperform, that it's not even worth spending a dime on these tests, on these concepts. So do not take this as something that you can extrapolate to every other thing with the model. There are things that these other models are very good at. You're going to see that. I have started testing other scenarios, and you're going to see that. But when it comes to and this is the quality. This is just in the quality of their output. But what about the return on investment, or the money that you pay for quality? Which one gives you a better deal? Things here start looking a little bit different, a little bit interesting, because yes, of course, we all want Seedance, right? But Seedance is fairly expensive, or you would pay substantial money for your generations, your iterations. But if you decide to go with Kling 3.0 or Kling Omni, probably you can balance out your budget. Of course, again, this varies on the type of shot that you need, right? If this is not going to be a main shot, probably Kling for orbital camera arcs and water motion would do a good thing. And then also Grok would also be there, nothing extraordinary. Again, it's because Grok is incredibly affordable. It's very, very cheap. The reason you see it here is because for what it is giving you, you pay pennies. It's very, very, very affordable. Of course, Seedance in terms of cost starts breaking the formula. And again, you can still play with the 3.0 turbo. But so far for these tests, Kling is the winner in my opinion. Even if Seedance is delivering incredibly top quality, when you start looking at your budget and the amount of iteration that you're gonna need to do, and even if you're testing the concept first, you probably want to test it first on Kling, see a couple of things, and then maybe roll a couple of generations on Seedance. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's about it. I had a lot of fun in this. There's an upcoming video on a cinematic shot that has to do with a chase or cars. The car chase, very interesting. So comment if you want me to test any concept for you, and let me know if you disagree with my appreciation of these models. Of course, this is my personal opinion, but I try to make it as objective as possible. So looking forward to seeing you in the next video, and leave a comment and subscribe to the channel.